Hi, my name's Skip Edwards. Today we're here to show you how to use the new Color Juice 3D. It comes in a 1 gallon bottle. It's a concrete color hardener. And then you have your colorant side, which the color that we're using today is called sand and chocolate brown. We're going to highlight it with chocolate brown. So what we do is take this first gallon here and add the colorant to it, and then go ahead and shake it up real good, and then go ahead and put it in your sprayer. One of the key things about using this product though is to make sure that you spray it with the proper sprayer. It has to be a real fine mist. You don't want to over apply it or cause it to puddle. If you get it to puddle, the color won't be there. It'll actually soak deeper into the concrete than you need. So we already have some all mixed up in here, ready to go. We like using the Patriot 500. It is a CO2 sprayer. As you can see here, it has a CO2 bottle, and it's air driven by this pump. It's on a nice cart, and we have colorant ready to go. So we're going to show you how the sprayer sprays out the color on this floor. One of the things you want to do is make sure that you wear gloves, have a rag, and as you can see around us, you also want to make sure you properly mask everything. And one of the key things too is also that you make sure that you properly prepare the surface. As you see down on the floor in front of the sprayer here, we went ahead and ground the surface here. The joints were cut and they were filled with a polyurea. And then the floor was also ground. They used a 50 grit hybrid on this floor. They did a 30 and a 50, and it's all prepared because you want to make sure your product can soak into the surface. If you just try to apply it on top of the cream finish up here, it won't accept it. So the key is to make sure that you definitely get your floor opened up so it'll accept color. So on the Patriot 500, we have a red tip here, which is a real fine mist. It sprays a conical tip on here, so you get a nice fog mist on there. You don't want to use those cheap sprayers. Those cheap sprayers will give you a fan tip, and it'll create a pattern in the floor that'll look like you've painted the floor, and you'll have streaks and stripes through it. So we're going to go ahead and turn our sprayer on. And we're going to bleed the system. It's important that you bleed the air out of the system, otherwise you can get drips. So, okay, we're ready to go. So if you notice the mist here, I was just fogging it on there. And if you miss a spot, don't worry about it. Don't freak out about it. You can always go back and touch it up. It dries very fast. We want to do two light applications of this, the first color. So if you notice over here, it's already starting to dry. So that's a good sign of showing you that your colors is soaking into the floor. One of the things we like to do a test is to make sure that you do what we call a water test. Basically, you put water on the floor. It needs to soak in right away. If it doesn't soak in right away, then you need to open up the floor. So we're going to go ahead and spray this, and then we're going to come back to part 2 and show you how to do the highlight and the ceiling part. As you can see the highlights. This is a sand color. Customer wanted a two-tone effect. You could leave this if you wanted to and just go ahead and seal it. If not, you can change the color. So we're shooting 2 different colors. We're shooting sand, which is our base coat, and then we're shooting chocolate brown, which is our going to be our highlights, so to give it more of a rich feel. So we got some chocolate brown color juice already mixed up, ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and spray it down with our Patriot 500. And you're going to see the difference in the color. So when it dries, you're going to have this mottled look. So on your second coat, when you're doing your highlights, you put down a really fine mist of it. You don't need a whole lot. A little bit goes a long ways. So now we're finished putting our second coat of chocolate brown on top of the floor. You can see on the floor that it's a nice rich brown. It's got some highlights in it. Has that rustic look, or what we would say the acid stain look as well. So people are going for it. So the sealer that we're going to use on this is called X-Link. It's a water-based sealer, and it is the same product that you want to put down on interior and exterior. You're going to put 2 thin coats. You're going to use a microfiber applicator to use in the pad. And we're going to use the Patriot 500. Again, sprayers are important so you don't waste material. You want to fog it on in microfiber. So it helps to have 2 guys do this. So we're going to go ahead and spray it down. I have a 5-gallon bucket ready to use. So we're going to go ahead and start doing this. So what you want to do is go ahead and saturate your applicator first. So that way you don't create streaks in the floor. And you want to work this product in real well. So you just spray out a little bit. Take your time and work it in real well. And as you see, it has a wet look appearance that will dry out and go back to its normal color that you see on the floor. It does not give it a wet look on the floor. So, as most people want that. It's kind of a satin sheen, as we would call it. We're going to go ahead and seal it up and show you the end results and the final. Welcome back. We just finished putting the X-Link down. This customer wanted a satin finish, and that's exactly what's here is a satin finish. 2 coats of X-Link, and we ran a burnisher over it just to kind of smooth it out, make it a little more smoother. One of the things I wanted to show you guys is the water repellency of X-Link and the stain resistance. This is important to understand about sealers. So I have some water in this quart cup here. And you can see how it kind of just beads up everywhere. So that's real important. So if you have, your car leaks, the air conditioner, water, oil, that kind of stuff. So you simply just, has a real good chemical resistance. You can see as I wipe it away, nothing has penetrated the surface. So when you want to just clean your floor, just wash it down with some water and use a microfiber and clean it up with some good clean water, and you're good to go.